Greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and to y'all out there that's watching. I'm Duel, aka the Big D, of Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews, back again with another list of a ranking of movies from a particular year since I had been born. We're now on the year 2001. I've got 15 movies listed, plus I've got a few honorable mentions. So here we go. Coming in at number 15, this movie is pretty underrated, and that's Evolution. Directed by Ivan Reitman, the guy who brought us Ghostbusters, starring David Duchovny, Orlando Jones, Julianne Moore, Seann William Scott, and Ted Levine from The Silence of the Lambs. Anyway, this movie's been underrated. I haven't seen it in a long time. I know it's on Prime, and I want to relive that sometime. It's about this professor and geologist who apparently discover a meteor crash, and the meteor happens to have alien life forms in it. And believe me, will you see what happens when it's unleashed? Believe me, if you've never seen it, I think you should check it out. Next at number 14 is Rush Hour 2 with Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. Well, it's good and all. It might not come close to my liking for the first one, but it's still fun though. Seeing our two main characters heading for a vacation in Hong Kong, but it soon takes a detour when they gotta take on some more baddies. I still think it's a pretty fun sequel. Next at number 13 is Bridget Jones' Diary. Now, I love this movie. It's got Renee Zellweger as the title character, along with Colin Firth and Hugh Grant. I have to say, this movie's very funny. It has, well, some sexy moments and what have you. And, of course, when the guys fight over Bridget in the fountain, yeah, that's pretty classic there. But I gotta say, Bridget Jones' Diary is very good. If you haven't seen it, I think you should. Sequels aren't too bad, but I like this one better. Next at number 12 is Shallow Hal, starring Jack Black and Gwyneth Paltrow. Oh yeah, and Jason Alexander. Now, I must admit, this was probably one of the first big types of flicks I liked Jack Black in, although he did appear in another movie which was an underrated movie called Saving Silverman, but that doesn't make the list though. It has some funny moments, but Shallow Hal, from my point of view, is pretty funny. More funnier than that. I mean, I loved every bit of it. Music's real good. I like Gwyneth Paltrow's performance as Rosemary, especially when they used, well, her body double, the Beast woman, to show off the Beast form of Rosemary. That was pretty darn funny. The Farley brothers put on their pretty darn funny flick. Next at number 11, sorry this is so low, and that movie would be Disney and Pixar's Monsters Incorporated. It's still a good movie though. I like it. I like Mike and Sully. Two monsters voiced by Billy Crystal and John Goodman. I love it when they and those other monsters use those special doors to enter a kid's room and scare them. Very good movie, though. It's very funny. I haven't watched it in a long time, though. Next at number 10 is Ocean's 11. Now, last year I actually got to see the original version of this for the first time from 1960, which starred Frank Sinatra and some of his pals who formed the Rat Pack. Well, this remake stars George Clooney along with Matt Damon, Brad Pitt, and Julia Roberts and Andy Garcia and many others. This update where the suave Danny Ocean and his crew, of course, robbed 3 casinos in one night. Yeah. Pretty cool. I haven't watched it in a long time. I have seen the sequels. They're not too bad either, but they just haven't taken my liking, though, yet. Number 9 is Legally Blonde. Now, I love this movie with Reese Witherspoon as Elle Woods. Very great character. I mean, this movie just had so much more cute and super cool fun than I had even imagined when I first saw it. But I love it. The movie, of course, I love the song Perfect Day, which was done by Hoku. Yeah, that was pretty good. The sequel's not too bad. While I've read they're going to do a possible third one, although it would be fourth overall, counting the direct-to-video flick, Legally Blonde, which I've never seen, and I doubt I ever will. I just hope they'll get this Legally Blonde 3 ready for us. Who knows? Next, at number 8 is Dr. Dolittle 2 with Eddie Murphy. Now, I love this movie more than its predecessor because unlike that one, it got the PG rating, not PG-13. This was kind of more family-friendly. Well, it did have some moments, but they were still funny, though. I loved Eddie's performance as Dr. Dolittle. I mean, Archie the Bear, very funny, voiced by Steve Zahn. Like Ava, who was voiced by Lisa Kudrow, very good. Oh, there was a good, ensemble voice acting in this. It was very funny. I say you should check it out. It's, like I said, I love this more than the first one. Don't get me wrong. You don't have to take my word for it. Next, at number 7, here's another sequel, and that's The Mummy Returns with Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz. Now, I did enjoy this just as much as its predecessor. I mean, Imhotep's back. Yeah, pretty good villain, just like before. Although I forgot to mention his name when I brought the first one, the 1999 list. I do apologize. The kid who plays the O'Connell's son was good. And Dwayne Johnson making his first big movie appearance as the Scorpion King. Really cool. I do enjoy it for certain reasons, but it's been a long time since I saw it. Next, at number 6 is The Princess Diaries, the film that introduced us to Anne Hathaway big time. I mean, I loved her character of Mia. She's a little geeky and stuff at the beginning, but once she gets the makeover, she looks so gosh darn cute and adorable too. I loved her performance. Julie Andrews was good. Hector Elizondo was good. What can I say? This movie's definitely worth checking out if you've not seen it. It's really good. Number 5 is American Pie 2. Now, I thought this had some pretty funny stuff, plus some raunchy stuff like its predecessor. Even so, Jason Biggs, Thomas Ian Nicholas, Sean William Scott, Eddie K. Thomas, Chris Klein, plus the gals, Shannon Elizabeth, Mia Safari, we see her a little bit, not a whole lot like the first time, Natasha Lyonne, and Tara Reid, and Allison Hannigan, who I unfortunately left her name out from the first one. Sorry about that. All make good moves. I think I mentioned Shannon Elizabeth. If I did, sorry I mentioned her again. Eugene Levy's back for the ride. He's still as funny as always. Give it real, homies. Anyway, American Pie 2 is pretty funny. I do enjoy as much as its predecessor. Almost as much. Because since I've seen both theatrical and unrated versions of this. Next, at number 4 is The Fast and the Furious. Now, this was what started off a big franchise here. I'm looking forward to seeing the next installment next year, I believe. Anyway, Vin Diesel is awesome in this. So is Paul Walker. I know we lost him a few years back. The whole cast was great. I love the cars, the racing, and what have you. That was really super cool. I have some respect for the franchise. I've seen about all the movies except Tokyo Drift, which doesn't have much of any of the original stars. Oh well. Next at number 3. Now, the top 3 was sort of a tough decision. So coming in at number 3 is The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. Yes, the first installment of the ever-popular Middle-earth series. Starring Elijah Wood, Sir Ian McKellen, Christopher Lee, Liv Tyler, Orlando Bloom, which this was the film I got introduced to him, and a host of others. I must say, this was a real good way to start off this franchise, and it's really a good flick. I mean, I do like the other two movies, The Two Towers and Return of the King, which you'll see those in my next two rankings. Not sure where you'll like where I'll have them though, but hey, this is just my choice, okay? But it's been a long time since I've seen it, but I do know it was pretty epic in some parts. Really good. Next, at number 2, boy, Ogre Boy 1992. Robbie had this as his top favorite, and sorry to disappoint you. This came in second for me, though. It's Shrek. Nevertheless, I do love this movie for lots of good reasons. Mike Myers is great as the title character. We hear A. Murphy, Cameron Diaz, and John Lithgow. I have to admit, the fairy tale feel of this is really something. This ogre who has to rescue this princess from this big castle that's protected by a fire-breathing dragon, and well, he soon finds out she's been cursed and she's actually become an ogre like him. Yeah. Anyway, very funny movie. Haven't seen it in a few years, but I love it though. I do like the sequels, but for different reasons though. Anyway, now before I do number 1, here are a few honorable mentions. I'm sorry I didn't list too many. I only listed 5. There's John Carpenter's Ghosts of Mars, very underrated sci-fi thriller. I haven't seen it in a long time. It's pretty cool with Natasha Henstridge and Ice Cube. Really cool. Got some cool music. Check that one out. Jeepers Creepers. I'm sure a lot of people have heard of this. And probably didn't care much for the third movie that came out last year. I didn't watch it. I didn't think it would be any good. It's pretty creepy, though. Josie and the Pussycats, based on the comics of the same name. I love it for certain reasons. I mean, Rachel Lee Cook is good. So is Rosario Dawson, Tara Reid as the title characters. Really, really great. Like I said, it's a bit underrated, though. Next would be, and another one would be Spy Kids. I know this kind of got a pretty decent following. I mean, this was a pretty cool movie. And my final one is probably an extremely underrated movie that doesn't get talked a lot about. Tomcats with Jerry O'Connell and Shannon Elizabeth. Yeah, I gotta say, I might talk about that in a review. You never can tell. Now, coming in at number 1, I know Robbie had this at number 2, but I got this at number 1, and that's Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Now, I do love the Harry Potter series. After I watched this movie, I soon became a big Harry Potter fan. I've read every book of his, and I've seen all the movies. I got most of them. I got the first 3 on video cassette. I have the others on DVD. Even so, I gotta say, it was great. Daniel Radcliffe is great as the title character. I love the performances we got from everybody. I mean, Ron, Hermione, Hagrid, Professor McGonagall, Professor Dumbledore. Oh, the list goes on. Even so, I'm gonna say that's very exciting and epic, and a great way to start the franchise off. So, what's your favorite flick of 2001? Please feel free to let me know in the comments section. Like and subscribe. And tune in again next time when I do 2002. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying thank you for watching and see ya.